برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Amin, Amin, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Thank you, Muhammad Zulaizat, for the dua recitation. Now it's our pleasure to invite Dr. Farid bin Muhammad Hassan to deliver an opening remark. Please welcome.
Can you see my screen, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to thank our organizer, the Mooting Club, for organizing this valuable event today. And also I would like to thank our guest speakers, the four Messrs of the Faculty of Sharia and Law. Today we have Miss Nurul Aini, Miss Iman Al-Husna Zafar, Miss Camelia, and also Miss Sarah Aish. So all these are my beloved juniors, right? So it is so good to see all of them together again, though virtually, but it is an honor for me, to have a small gathering and a small reunion with all my beloved juniors and also your seniors once again. And also I would like to thank to all participants to join this program and spending your Christmas holiday in the morning. I believe that you are supposed to wake up late today because perhaps that you have been doing something last night, watching movies and so on, and hanging out with your friends. So but still you make your commitment to wake up a little bit earlier so that you could have joined us and listen to what our guest speakers have to say and share with us today. So basically, this is the third series of Moot Refreshment organized by the Mooting Club, because previously we have for the first series we have the Namco Moot Refreshment. So we have invited former NAMCO Mooters and also researchers to share their valuable experience with us. And also for the second series, we have the IHL, or the International Humanitarian Law Moot Refreshment. Also, we have invited former mooters and researchers to share their experience and advice to the participants. So today marks the third series of Moot Refreshment, whereby we have different backgrounds of mooters, whereby I believe that all of our guest speakers have participated in various international law moot competitions during their studies time. Back then in their years of studies at the faculty. So we would like to thank to our guest speakers to spend their morning right today, and I believe that they have their dates with their friends, families, boyfriends. I believe I think so, except for Qurratu Aini, because she's been married with her beloved beloved husband, and perhaps
husband, yeah, doctor. Wife.
All right, so she's gonna spend her time with her families, I believe that. So perhaps that today we're gonna listen to their experience, and also we would like to grasp some advice from all our former mooters, right? My beloved juniors and also your beloved seniors, so that this experience and advice shared by them will boost the juniors and also other students' confidence to join any mooting competition, and also to encourage those who have yet to participate in any mooting competitions to at least have experience or participate in any competitions whenever they are still in their respective years, being a law student at the faculty. So with that, I once again thanks to everyone for joining, and we would love to hear many experience and advice from our beloved speakers. So with that, I thank you, and I return back the floor to the MC. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Farid, for the wonderful speech given. Dear participants, just to inform you, as Dr. Farid has a class after this at 10 a.m., we are going to have an early virtual photo session together. So I would like to invite all of you to turn on your camera.
Everyone switch on your camera so that we can have our pictures together. Strike a pose. Strike a pose.
Wait.
Okay, I will take the picture. So before that, Aina Maisara, can you close the share screen first? So I can have, yeah, thank you. Okay, one. Okay, so everyone please open your camera. Okay.
Kamal boleh hidup ke tu dekat angkasa tu?
Biasa doktor, cuti-cuti ni bila lagi nak pergi?
Jangan.
Okay, I will count. 1, 2, 3. Okay, again, 1, 2, 3. Okay, last. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you everyone. Okay, Aina, you can share the screen.
All right, thank you for the virtual photo session. Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, now let's begin our event with the first session, which is the preparation for submission. First and foremost, before we begin our session, I would like to ask all of the distinguished speakers to give a brief introduction. Please welcome.
All or nak? You will invite us one by one ke macam mana?
I think all of you need to give an introduction, just a brief introduction, one by one.
Start with me?
All right.
Okay, so my name is Siti Aisyah Maisara binti Pahang. I'm graduated in 2018. So I'm currently working as secretary and also executive for legal and insurance. Basically, I'm more catering to marine insurance and marine contract.
Thank you.
Right.
Hi, semua boleh nampak kan?
Boleh.
Okay. My name is Nurul Aini, currently practicing as advocate solicitor and Syari'i counsel, particularly in KL. Thank you.
Right, thank you. And next one.
Okay, Kak Iman.
Tak apa. Kemi.
Okay. Hi, my name is Nurkamelia. I'm currently working as a contract officer at Jabatan Kastam, Diraja, Malaysia, but ending my tenure this end of December. In Jabatan Kastam, I work in the legal research unit.
Thank you.
Okay. Assalamualaikum semua. Hi, I'm Iman Zafar, Iman Al-Husna binti Muhammad Zafarullah, and now currently working as paralegal at Messrs Muhammad Ali and Co. Doing conveyancing, corporate and commercial, and also a part-time of interior stylist. Graduated in 2015. So yeah, nice to meet you guys.
All right, thank you. Nice to meet you too. After getting known with our distinguished speakers, now I will explain briefly about the tentative of this program. During the first session, I will ask several questions to our distinguished speakers, who are Miss Nurkamelia and Miss Nurul Qurratu Aini. After we end with the first session, we'll proceed with the second session, which I will direct the questions to Miss Siti Aisyah and Miss Iman Al-Husna. Now, moving on to the first question. I would like to direct the question to Ms. Nurkamelia. Based on your great achievements and also known as the best speaker in mooting competition, what are your tips when the judges ask questions related with junior counsel submission instead of our submission as senior counsel?
Okay, thank you, Ila, for the question posted. But before that, I need to make some amendment to the fact that you've been given. I was only the best mooted during the IMCC competition, and during the actual competition like JSER or HL, we are struggling for that award. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm not getting that award. But yeah, so in my experience, as the senior counsel, and sometimes I also became the junior counsel. So for the tips is, you must always assist the judge. You need to set in your mind to always assist the judge whenever question posted. And bear in mind that the judges sometimes is not come prepared. Some of the judges have read our submission before and have read our fact of the case, but some of the judges are too busy. So we need to assist them to assist them what issues are we going to deliver and whatnot. And some of the judges, they didn't know that we are actually not submitting the junior counsel's points. We have our own points. So tell the judge that the question posted is will be submitted by our junior counsel. So as the senior counsel, these are among the issues that I will be handling. Okay, the judges are usually will be provide the material, the written memorial, right? So it's better for you to guide the judge which pages that you will be submitting on which issues, and for the junior counsel which that the junior counsel will be submitting. So that is the first tip. Firstly, guide the judge, that explain to the judge that what issue that will you be submitting, and what are the points that the junior counsel will be submitting. But if the judge insists, okay, there are several types of judges. Firstly, judges have no intention. He doesn't have clue which issues that will be submitting, and the second judges, he knows what issues that you will be submitting, but he really wanted to know to challenge your knowledge ataupun to test your knowledge. So better first you explain to the judge what issue that you will be submitting, and explain the brief point that your junior points. And second, it is really pertinent for you to understand the whole issues of your submission. You need to familiarize with your own issues and the junior issue as well. So because sometimes the judge are not only asking for the issues, but the judge will also ask the cases that the junior counsel will be submitting. So familiarize with the issue, the cases that the junior counsel will bring to you, because no matter what, in the courtroom, you will sit on your own podium, departing away from your junior counsel. Sebab the junior counsel will be sitting at the back, so you have on your own. You have your own self lah to assist the judge. Tak boleh nak minta tips from the junior counsel and whatnot. Okay, since the judge dah been given the written memorial, guide the judge through the written memorial, And for your own, you tag your written memorial, so you tak kalut to flip over some of the pages, which are your issues, which are your juniors' issues. Okay, so far you can just post me some questions lah. Yeah, while I was talking ke apa. So that is the tips that I can give. If the other seniors, Kak Ain, Kak Iman, Sarah, if you have any any idea or any tips based on your experience, you may also share with the juniors.
So is there any other speakers who would like to add? If there's, all right. Ms. Aini, you want to speak?
Okay, I think just because macam stiff pula bagi ni kita punya station kan. So just to top up what Kemi has said just now. So basically when it comes to mooting, you just need to have yourself. I mean, you need to relax. You need to not to. It's good to be nervous, but not to dwell on your nerve, because sometimes you actually know everything, but because of that, you don't know how to say, you don't know how to answer the question. So basically, whenever you receive a question or start presenting your case, always give yourself a time, just 5 seconds. Count it to yourself, one, two, three, until 5, and then you start. Whenever you receive a question, count until 5 or count until 3, then you start. Don't immediately answer the question, because sometimes you are too excited. I mean, yeah, maybe the question posted is just too easy. So you are too excited, and then when you answer it, sometimes the answer is not in a good manner. It's all around the way, it's around the bush, and at the end of the day, judges couldn't follow you, so judges couldn't get what you want to say. So yeah, what I had practiced is that always give yourself a time when you want to start. Smile, always smile, and I love to look into judges' face. So please observe your eye contact. That is very important, because if you are presenting, you are not presenting only to yourself or other than the judges. You always want to assist the judges, as what Kami has said, by looking into their eyes, by looking at their face, and then just straight answering the way they want it. Okay, so what I love to keep during my time was to maintain my eye contact, because if I did not look at their face, it means that I did not really get what they want me to assist them. So eye contact is very good, and most of judges love to see your eye contact. So basically, whatever content that you have, whatever you have prepared, whatever you have practiced before, so if you can maintain your eye contact, I believe you will be listed in the top 10 of the best oralists. So yeah, to go for the best oralist is I believe it's the aim of everyone. Okay, everyone's dream lah, we can say. But then to be listed in the top 10 pun dah, it's very good. It shows that you have the ability to be at the top 10 of other mooters with other established law school, and the most important thing, other recognized law school. Okay, maybe some other speakers can add something.
Okay, maybe I just want to add something pursuant to the question posted by the organizer. So maybe I can share with you guys based on my experience being a mooter in IHL and also JASEP. Okay, one of the most important thing for you whenever you want to submit submission in front of the judges is that the first thing first, what I do is I must know the facts lah. So basically apa yang I buat is that I will prepare a piece of paper and then I will jot down the kiranya I will do a summary of my submission lah. So basically the first issue apa yang I akan cakap, and then the second and the third and the fourth lah. So on the first issue tu you dah tahu dah apa yang you nak cakap, and then second issues and so forth. And then the second thing is whenever you receive a question from the judges, like what Miss Qurratu Aini said that so jangan terburu-buru, don't to be excited. So you must know the question, the gist of the questions. And then I could say that based on my experience, because I started to be a mooter since my first year and then until 5th year lah. So I can actually evaluate my progress from first year until 5th year. So based on my experience during my first time in IHL on my first year, sometimes kadang-kadang kita terima soalan tu tapi kita kadang macam kita tak jawab soalan tu secara cakap direct. Kita macam kita jawab apa tu secara kita tak address the judges accordingly. So my advice to all mooters, whenever you receive question, kindly address your judges accordingly based on the question posted by the judges, and then jangan melek-lerek lah. You dah tahu soalan ni pasal apa, pap. So dekat situ actually you can save your time actually, because kadang-kadang soalan ni macam dia nak tanya that one je, tapi kalau you melerek, actually you akan ambil masa you, and then you tak ada peluang untuk submit another issues. So dekat situ you dah hilang markah lah dekat situ. So you cannot submit your submission in the whole secara total lah. So and then one more thing is based on my experience, even sampai 5th year mooting pun still nervous. Itu tak boleh dinafikan lah. So apa yang I buat kalau I nervous, take a deep breath and then say to yourself, okay, you can do this, and then tell yourself, okay, you can do this, and then listen to the questions carefully, and then at the same time masa you terima soalan daripada judges tu, make sure you jot down the main issue, the main question that has been posted by the judges, so that you can focus on the questions and then you can answer accordingly. So that's all.
All right. Thank you to Miss Nurkamelia, Miss Nurul Qurratu Aini, and also Miss Iman Al-Husna for sharing your tips with us. It was very helpful tips indeed. It will help us in having a better preparation for submission. All right, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the next session, which is the preparation of memorial and tips on understanding moot problem. The first question I will direct to Miss Siti Aisyah Maisara. Based on your mooting skill that you have excelled, in your opinion, what is the first step that we should do when we face the moot problem?
Sarah, mute.
Sarah, microphone, Sarah.
Okay, sorry.
Ini
Okay, thank you for your
ini bukan sekolah anak-anak bisu pakai bahasa isyarat.
Okay, thank you for your questions. So based on my experience, or also looking through my other friend experience, the first thing that you should do when you get the mood problem is that you need to do the screening. Okay, read like just screening the mood problem. You need to know what is the jurisdiction, parties, issues. Okay, so looking through the jurisdictions, you need to be able to know which court this case will be tried. Okay, what are the treaties, not the treaty, what are the law that we are going to use? And then the parties, who is the defendants, applicants, and what respondent, you need to know all those things. And then just flipping through to the final and to the last page, you will see the issues to be tried. So you just get the basic idea. The first thing is just get the basic idea, and then after you are already screening all the mood problem, you will look thoroughly to the mood problem, in which read paragraph by paragraph. Okay, in this paragraph, what I did in the last time, in this paragraph, what is the issues? Is there any issue to be tried or not? What is the jurisdiction? So it is party here, and then you make you take a piece of paper, A4 paper, and then you make a note. Okay, as for me, your note is your note. I mean, whenever you are doing notes, you are doing it so that you can read it, not that others can read it too. And then throughout the notes that you are making, you need to know the facts by your heart. I mean, for every paragraph, you know what is going on, what you will be submitting. Okay, how to be able to know the facts of the case, the facts of the mood problem by heart is throughout making quiz or flashcard, or you make mind map and whatsoever, which suit to your understanding. I think that's it. Just screening and read thoroughly, paragraph by paragraph. It may take some time, but that's okay. It can take like 3 to 4 days, but that's okay as long as you understand. Because the judges, they are going to ask the question based on the mood problem. If you yourself as a mooder who try to submit in front of the judges, do not understand the fact of the case that you are submitting, I think you already failed the first stage. The first thing you need to do is you need to understand it by your heart lah. I akan buat, I betul-betul faham apa dia, and even try to make your friend asking question to you. Okay, this and this kat mana? Okay, so you need to know also, you kena tahu pera, you kena tahu line mana, kena betul-betul hadap macam tu. Okay, itu je. Read until you get tired, but you still need to read.
Alright, thank you, Ms. Siti Aisyah for your advices and for your opinion. Moving on to the second question, I will ask Ms. Iman Al-Husna. Before this, I've read your background that you have involved in mooting comparison and even managed to get top 10 of best oral in Jasab. So having the experience, I would like to ask, is there any platform that can be used to find references for cases instead of LexisNexis?
Okay, thank you, Ila, for that question. Okay, just want to share with you guys. Okay, antara I think my reference and I think other my colleagues punya reference lah dalam mooting ni. Okay, first thing first, LexisNexis, and then apa lagi Oxford. And then okay, apa yang I suka bila I join mooting ni, macam dululah, macam kita orang dulu masa dulu time mooting, kita orang satu team ni, kita orang akan pergi library, and then that is the apa tu, excited lah kita pergi library and then kita get all those the relevant books lah from there, and then kita akan photostat lah. Sebab bagi I memang suka I mean to have book as my one of my references lah. Sebab kat situ I mean apa tu, we will get more details and whatnot. But kalau online database pun lagi okay juga. I mean senang for you to get your apa tu facts and law cases and whatnot lah. So and then Oxford sangat membantu during my research, and which is dalam Oxford tu banyaklah case sebab kita memang deal on international case law lah apa semua. So dekat situ memang banyaklah apa tu sumber-sumber dan resources yang bermanfaat kepada mootters dan juga researcher. Sebab I've been a researcher for 1 year. That one tu I tak jadi mootter lah. So from there I developed my research skill, and then I've learned a lot from my colleagues lah, from my seniors, and from my brother Farid, my super senior, from my colleague Miss Qurratu Aini, and then my other seniors lah. So all of them were helping me in doing research and whatnot lah, and also my juniors. Thank you. So dalam mooting ni research material sangat penting lah in order to support your case. And then antara sumber lain ialah okay, I actually suka ni Google Book. Kalau you perasan, okay, dekat situ actually I suka tengok Google Book lah. Okay, dekat situ okay, kita search on Google Book, tapi Google Book ni dia tak ada full, dia tak ada full pages of dia tak ada full pages lah, tapi actually you can whenever you want to find the book, okay, actually my style is okay, kadang I akan search the law book dekat Google Book, and then I will find that book dekat library. So dekat situ okay, kira tahu dah content dia apa semua. So whenever kita pergi library, okay, kira tahu dah okay, this book yang I nak apa semua. And then let's say synopsis pun antara yang sangat bagus for all researchers and also mootters. And then dulu ingat ada Westlaw, I tak ingat dah dia punya database. Tapi kalau whenever kalau macam dulu kalau I join JASEP, okay, JASEP dia akan bagi list of database and also research materials. So kat situ diorang akan bagi law case materials, and then database yang kita boleh access and whatnot lah kat situ. So yang bestnya kita boleh guna database tu untuk for our future reference lah. So definitely kita akan save lah all the research materials and whatnot. So maybe the others can share lah what are other references that you guys use during mooting competition.
Alright, thank you. Is there any other speakers who would like to add any the other references for cases?
Okay. Okay, sama macam Kak Iman juga, I love to go to the library, and I also but for me I love to search through Hin online. That is also one of the database that we will acquire. Bila you masuk JASEP, they will provide you the password as well. Tapi ada satu link I lupa. I think Kak Ain boleh share kot. I mean some of the articles online dekat Google Scholar ke Google Book, dia akan ada password tau. I mean you kena subscribe, you kena bayar. But ada satu cara yang you boleh unlock the lock through certain website. Nanti kalau I ingat I akan share lah. Sesuai juga to complete your assignment using that portal. At least you can actually go through the back door how to acquire the article without without subscribing some of the database and whatnot. So tu je lah.
I think another thing is you can because my time dulu I suka baca commentaries, commentaries to all statutes. So usually dekat commentaries tu, for example untuk JASEP we got a lot of commentaries or committees interpretation macam international human rights. So we got the ICCPR punya commentaries. So based on that, you lagi faham macam mana nak apply and interpret the relevant provision or law. So these commentaries for me is a complete one. Like macam kita dekat lesson pun ada. Usually I'll use the annotated. Mana sebut dia?
Annotated.
Thank you, Dr. Farid. Tu. Yang tu. So nanti dekat situ dia ada assimilation and then dia ada case law sekali. So dekat situ lagi senang you nak faham lah. Bila you dah faham the application, then you can apply to the facts and then the whole moot problem in preparing your memorial. Yang the one yang Kemi refer to, is it Sci-Hub, Kemi?
Yeah, Sci-Hub.
Okay.
Sci-Hub dah tak boleh. Sekarang ni pakai LibGen.
Oh, thank you Dr. Farid.
Dia Sci-Hub tu dia nanti kalau buat academician dia tahu apa. So basically other than that itulah commentaries, books and then cases of course. Other than that is always look for committee punya interpretation. Committee like they got their own committee, so you need to read the committee punya meetings. Sometimes what happened to the enactment of that law is because there's history behind it. So usually I suka baca why they come up to that law. What is the problem apa tu yang jadi sebelum tu. I think that's it.
Alright, thank you to Ms. Iman and also Ms. Nurul Qurratu Aini for your sharing. Next, I would like to ask Ms. Nurul Aini, as we will have IMCC in next semester, so do you have anything to share with all of the audience who sparked interest in IMCC?
Boleh repeat lagi tak? I think my line tadi dia apa tu kacau.
Alright, as we will have IMCC next semester, do you have anything to share with us with the audiences that in order to spark interest in IMCC?
Oh, I mean, you mean how to attract these students to participate?
Yes.
Before that, sekarang now the participation, is it satisfying or in ramai orang nak join rather than sebelum ni ke macam mana dia punya participation?
Masih lagi belum buka.
Maksud I before this punya participation, adakah disambut dengan baik or still kena paksa?
Disambut dengan baik, ada 10 team, memang tak ada swing team langsung. So last year kita tak buat sebab ada pandemic COVID-19, and then sebab we need to look for preparation in terms of internet connection. So we plan to abort the last IMCC, and then now for the next semester we will conduct the IMCC maybe through online. Sebab banyak universiti yang dah mula buat mooting competition, contoh macam UKM, dan Moot Club sendiri dah dapatkan info daripada mooting club, mooting society from and Advanced Tertiary College macam mana dia orang conduct, and we plan to conduct the next IMCC online if still tak boleh masuk fakulti lah. And alhamdulillah sambutan untuk 2019, 2018 IMCC kot. Ke 2019 kita berjaya dapatkan 10 tim dan ada memang tak ada SWT lah, alhamdulillah.
Okay, so kalau 10 tim that is good enough. Might probably sometimes kalau IMCC ni because sekarang you dah buat local law punya problem kan. So I think maybe you can try to have a mood problem yang dekat dengan diorang. I mean like thought yang diorang dah pernah belajar, because I perasan yang masuk ni first year, second year. So maybe boleh bagi interesting thought punya question so that they can present it. Because thought ni dia, for me is very exciting, menarik kalau thought. Kalau contract is very dry, it's very technical. You need to prove there's a contract and whatnot. But thought there's a element of drama a bit. You know, you put drama a bit, you know. Like for example, we got case yang squid, baling-baling squid kat pasar tu kan. So you interpret it into the mood problem, make it interesting so that bila diorang baca the mood problem tu, like oh okay, ni I tahu. So it will attract them to involve or to participate. Because sometimes kalau mood problem susah for first year and second year, they duk macam benda nak belajar lagi dan lagi nak masuk MCC lagi, dia macam it's kind of burden pula kat diorang. You can make, I mean sebab so far yang I attend MCC dah ada ke thought? I rasa macam belum ada. So far ada contract, ada criminal, but tapi thought belum kan, even second lah. So thought is very interesting punya part. You can do such a very simple punya mood problem lah. Thought anything, I mean like neighborhood punya principal tu ke, don't know who punya case ke, benda macam tu. Make it interesting, so bila diorang present, kadang-kadang if I will be invited lah. So bila judges dengar dia punya mood presentation pun kadang tak terlalu bosan, tak terlalu dry bila diorang present. Sebab diorang dalam phase learning phase ni diorang still macam nak present pun still tak tahu apa semua. So maybe bila diorang dapat sesuatu yang dekat dengan diorang, they can nail it. We never know. Because previously criminal is very interesting for those yang interested in criminal je. Sebab it's very heavy nak present mensria and what not. Mensria tu sendiri dengar pun dah terlalu dry. Mungkin you know thought is very, I mean like you have a cat and then the cat trespass your land and then dia berak kat situ and then dia punya najis tu you know kompos jadi kerosakan dekat you punya land. That's something yang macam very simple tapi it give you very big impact. Maybe very simple je. Facts yang very simple. That's my suggestion lah. Because nanti kita tengok dia punya application of law pun then very friendly and whatnot macam tu. Other than that, I guess kalau you manage to get 10 team already, that's good enough, bro. That's good enough for the committee. Because nak dapatkan 10 team tu dulu, 10 orang pun belum tentu dapat.
Kena paksa so, kan?
Hidup dalam paksaan, tapi tak apa. Berguna juga paksaan tu. So that's it lah.
Alright, so is there any other speakers who would like to add before we move to the next session, which is the Q&A session?
Okay, kalau I boleh tambah kan. Okay, betul correct apa yang Kak Aini cakap tu. Okay. Kalau untuk the first IMCC ni, dia just macam, you know, macam warm up session saja for the student to know what is mooting, macam mana submit. Sebab kita tend bila when we are kalau me introduce mooting, it's just like a debate. Macam tu. Tapi in a more appropriate and more polite way. So, the issue yang you try to bring into the mood competition tu must be simple and interesting, because the students, macam akan kata tadi, kita nak tarik yang first year, second year, third year to join this competition, so that kita ada pelapis ataupun yang muta. So isu ni tak boleh terlalu berat. When I first join in the first IMCC back in 2014, that's I think team Kak Ain juga yang organize rasanya waktu tu. The issue is about international law, pasal perebutan, saya tak ingat perebutan apa, tapi at that time I was in my first year and the issue is very difficult. Kita first year, we are submitting the fourth year punya issue. I think pasal satu land lah, you macam nak acquire that land.
Isu jasa mana masa tu Sarah?
Betul. Masa tu Kemi, I dengan Kemi, tapi Kemi kalah. I managed to go to the final, tapi isu tu sangat berat. Tapi
yang penting Kemi kalah
Lepas tu Kemi best speaker kot. Begitu lawan.
Masa tu I was submitting in front of Zaki to Azmi. Pun I tak tahu because I baru first year. So kalau if you guys nak buat satu isu tu, make sure isu tu memanglah kalau you kata 4 year to 5 year, that's very easy. Tapi kita nak tarik yang first year, second year, third year ni dulu. So dia rasa this mooting is easy, dia macam will help us in our study, is identity law student. So jangan cari yang too harsh. You rasa tu macam prestige lah kalau kita bawa isu tinggi, but I think tak appropriate lagi. Last time I join adalah contract, betul contract quite dry. And then criminal yang criminal pun yang tak join. Betul, issue thought tu sangat menarik. You boleh make it like thought ni everything that happen in our life. So it should be interesting lah, that issue.
You tak suka kriminal Sarah, tapi you masuk IHL.
Tak, bukan tak suka kriminal. Suka. Tapi when I was young tu tak tahu apa dia tu. Jadi betul kita nak dengar main serious. Betul, there are a lot of elements that you need to study.
It was just too young and wild that time, Dr. Syarif.
Okay, I think that's it lah from me.
Alright, thank you to Miss Nurul, Qurratu, Aini, and also Miss Siti, Aisyah for your sharing. Ladies and gentlemen, as all of you might have been waiting for, now we will proceed to the Q&A session. Any audience may start asking our distinguished speakers now. For those who want to ask, please turn on your mic. But if there's anyone who has a problem with the mic, you may just put your question in the chat. So is there any question?
Dekat sini semua first year ke fourth year ke, boleh tahu berapa ramai? Ada yang pernah masuk mooting ke tak pernah masuk mooting?
Saya first year student. Saya tak pernah masuk lagi.
First year.
First year.
Third year.
Thank you datang to hear this session. Kalau memang interested lah nak join mooting, dah ada aim dah nak join which competition ataupun aim for the IMCC first dulu ke macam mana?
Malu ke?
Dulu tahun tu pernah join MCC. Kak Ain jadi judge.
Diorang takut Kak Ain suka belasah orang.
Apa kemak?
Semua komiti ke memang law student ni? Komiti club je ni?
Ada law student juga.
Sebahagian komiti, sebahagian muklab.
Okay, I see.
Ada yang pernah jadi researcher untuk several mooting competition macam NAMCO, ISL, JSEP. Ada juga second year yang masih lagi belum masuk mooting.
So tapi mungkin kita maybe kita boleh switch a bit lah. I mean soalan tu mungkin terlalu dry. Mungkin orang tak nampak kenapa you need to be in mooting. So I just want to share why mooting is important. Okay. Because not only it helps you in terms of your language, your legal writing, your legal thinking, and whatever you have to do with legal, but I believe one day if this law school is being recognized, it helped you so much in your practice. That's it. That's it. That yang if you wanna have a direct testimony, I'm giving you now. During my my first week of chambering, I got to settle appeal submission in chamber. It's not first week. After I got my short call and whatnot. First week I got short call too. We can appear in chamber before the High Court judge. So my case is to submit for the appeal at High Court in chamber before the High Court judge in chamber. So yeah, of course we are nervous because this is not a mooting. This is a real life court submission. What I did was I always remember how I submit before the court of appeal judges and before the judges while I'm in my mooting competition. So it's exactly the same what I did back then in mooting and the real court. So when you submit in very good manner, in very calm situation. You are very relaxed because you know that it's not your first time. It's not your first time for doing it. The difference is that this is mock one, but this one is real one. So that is how it helps you so much in your real life in practicing world. So that's why might probably that if you still among you guys dalam this today's session, if you still having second thought of whether or not to join Moot, whether or not to go for best oralies or top 10 oralies, like what your seniors have achieved before, you are not so encouraged to have that second thought because mooting will lead you the way into the real practicing world. So that's it. Is there any other question? Still tak ada question. Tak suka tanya soalan.
I rasa macam student takut kot nak join mooting sebab dia kena submit fully in English dalam 20 minutes tu. Betul tak? Ke you guys kenapa tak nak masuk mooting? For me, mooting is identity of law student. At least once dalam masa 5 tahun tu you kena try masuk IMCC ke, masuk NAMCO ke. You kena try juga macam tu. Kena ada that kind of dream sebelum you graduate. For me lah. So masa mula-mula I join mooting tu, I memang suka pun. Sebab I suka English. I rasa apa? Kenapa? Memang bantu gila mooting. In my sekarang I kerja sangat membantu. Masa I interview setahun, sejam I kena grill dan semua dalam English. Lepas tu ada apa law punya points I boleh relax je. I tak rasa duduk. Tak rasa pun. I tak rasa berdebar. So I rasa sangat relax. So masa tu I remember mooting dah train I very much. I dah submit 20 minit tu banyak kali. Jadi I rasa dah tak takut sangat. Bukan tak takut. Tapi less nervous than if I'm not joining any mooting competition. And then kalau you join mooting kan, kalau you practice saja tak cukup, kena submit depan judges juga. I think it's very helpful when dealing with your boss yang you pun tak tahu that kind of apa benda attitude dia ada. Sebab my boss, I working directly under a CEO, dia suka pak question macam tu tau. Dia suka buat kita sakit hati. Tapi sebab you dah biasa dengan judges pun tanya soalan macam tu. So you rasa macam relax je. Tak apa, you cakap dulu nak cakap apa. Tapi macam tu lah, bila you mooting, you kena ada evidence. Sama macam working. So benda tu sangat bantu dalam working area. Tahu lah betul ke tak I cakap. Tapi I rasa sangat-sangat membantu. Wherever I go, I always believe that mooting has trained me well to be able to sit in my current career.
Betul.
Betul. I rasa Kemi pun rasa macam tu. Kemi lagi lah. I rasa orang lain pun akan rasa the same way I rasa macam tu. So you kena first adalah you buang you punya takut tu.
For me lah, masa first kali kenapa I nak join Mooting, because I really want to have a proper medium to speak in English, to speak formally in English lah. Because when you join Mooting, you will tend to join several other Mootings and you will be interested to join other than Mootings tau. You will join conferences. Macam masa I, sebab the first thing I did was I joined Mooting, and the next step is the faculty will recognize you slowly and they will invite you for other conferences tau. And you have the chance lah to present on behalf of your faculty. Macam last time me dengan Sarah Aish, we were appointed lah by the faculty to speak about the international punya conferences. Kita orang pergi UiTM, kita orang pergi UIA. Lepas tu kalau ada delegates daripada Indonesia datang dekat fakulti, we will presenting about the issues across the Asian boundary. It helps you with the research, the pressure when you need to study, but you need also to do the research. Tapi bila ada things that come, you are excited. You tak rasa takut first. Yang paling penting lah, if we receive any task, we rasa excited nak buat the best for the faculty, for ourselves. We can also macam widen our circle, widen our network. You can even pergi travel abroad kot. Because first you have the macam training lah in the Mooting. You know how to speak, you know how to do the proper research, you know what to speak in front of a prominent figure. So bagi I, Mooting ni, it goes beyond study, it goes beyond macam mana you dalam your relationship dengan boss sekarang ni. Sebab kalau you dah biasa with this pressure, with this hard works yang you put on during Mooting, masa study lagi, and yeah, insyaAllah lah you can move macam beyond lah bagi I. Sebab sekarang ni I baru je kerja dalam legal sector. Macam previously I'm not in the legal sector, but Mooting helps me because previously pun I joined public speaking apa semua. So it helps me to do the research, it helps me to do the presentation, to speak confidently. So kalau you rasa you tak minat nak jadi lawyer, macam I sekarang ni tak jadi lawyer, but I boleh speak lah better than previously lah. My previously is very intimidating. I sangat malu dalam tutorial, but when you are in the Mooting, you are in the right group. You are the group, you are the support system yang also nak want to improve themselves. So you each other support each other to how to improve. I speaking cakap lah teruk-teruk pun macam we spoke broken English previously sampai sekarang pun. Tapi kena improve lah. So we have each other to improve. Kalau pergi lepak pun lepak dengan diorang. Kadang-kadang orang macam, kenapa diorang lepak sama diorang? Tapi we know that we are in the group yang nak improve. Kalau siapa nak join boleh je speak in English ke. We discuss about the current issues. So it's fun lah to be in the group. So sebab tu I join Mooting. To be in that legal dalam bilik tu, semua datang with the similar intention nak improve. Yang ada benda nak discuss. So tak adalah cakap benda kosong je ke, gosip artis je ke. So tak adalah. So that's my initial aim lah kenapa I nak join Mooting. Sebab I tengok sini I lah macam Kak Aini, Kak Iman. They were very macam masa tu macam sangat wow lah kan. Dia orang jalan macam semua angin-angin lalu kat diorang. So rasa sangat adorable lah macam diorang. Sangat style lah. So itulah, it goes beyond ni lah, beyond the study. Even kalau you join Mooting pun you dah tahu macam mana nak put proper answer tau masa exam. Masa exam, sebab Mooting kan you ada limited time nak study, tapi you can grab the important cases yang you nak put dalam exam ke apa. So macam I pernah dapat daripada soal lecturer, bukan nak lagak, tapi I believe most of the Mooters ataupun yang join Mooting dapat benda sama. Our structure, our exam, our macam sheet answer tu macam structured lah. Mula-mula start dengan introduction, lepas tu case, explain the distinguished case. So mental helps you sebab you dah terbiasa how to put the proper answer scheme kat dalam Mooting. So you practice, you apply kat dalam exam. Kalau nampak Mooting ni just to help the exam, baguslah. Kalau macam habis dalam industri, masa you intern, lagilah you dapat tahu widen your knowledge lah. Sebab mostly kalau intern, korang akan apply untuk domestic punya law. Tapi kalau you go for corporate punya law firm, korang akan handle juga international punya case kalau ada international clients. So it benefits you if you have already macam dah ada knowledge pasal PIL kan, pasal public international law. It helps you a lot.
Okay, I just want to share um, my experience in mooting, mooting arena ni lah. Okay, actually I've started as a debater, English and Arabic debater, where I kenal my senior Tun Farid from there during I think masa time tu Tamhidi. Yes. Okay. So okay lah. I mean the environment is very good for me. And then okay, actually saya nak cakap okay, kita kadang-kadang kita tak boleh nak paksa orang nak masuk mooting ke, nak masuk debate ke and whatsoever. But the thing is, apa yang I boleh share dengan you, apa tu the advantages and benefit of entering any tak kisahlah debate ke, mooting ke, sebab I tak nak fokus mooting only sebab there's a lot of thing that you can join in apa tu dekat you punya fakulti lah. For example, macam dulu I pernah join arbitration punya competition. Okay, so arbitration ni style dia lain sedikit daripada mooting lah. Sebab mooting ni kita submit the case in front of the judges. Kalau arbitration kita submit case in front of the arbitrator. So actually there are a lot of alternatives that you can join instead of mooting. Tapi mooting for me sangat memberikan kebaikan kepada saya, not only during my study, tapi during my sekarang lah, so I kerja apa semua. So it's okay for you to untuk you fikir sama ada you nak masuk ke tidak. I mean during first year, second year, third year and fourth year, or even ada orang yang masuk mooting at very late of fourth year lah. Tapi bila you join mooting awal, tak kisahlah you being a researcher ke, mooter ke, benda tu sangat membantu you, especially kalau student sekarang, sangat bantu you in terms of on how you draft drafting punya ni lah. Contoh you nak answer your exam and whatsoever. So bila you join mooting, you akan diberi peluang and exposure on how you to draft a proper legal drafting. So contohnya macam okay, you ada case whatsoever kan. So macam mana you nak address that particular case. So first thing first, you nak kena address the issue. That's number one. And then the second thing is you want to relate that particular issue with the case law. So from there you akan build your punya legal skills in terms of drafting, in terms of written in terms of submission, oral submission and whatnot. So benda tu dia akan develop. You tak semestinya first year tu kalau yang memang yang dah yang memang dah power tu, then alhamdulillah. Tapi mooting ni is all about progress and development. So from first year maybe you are not you are not excel enough, then it's okay, at least you have that kind of exposure. Even so you are not become a mooter, but you can start with becoming a researcher for the first stage. And then slowly and surely you dah ada aim. Mungkin first year ni you want to have the vibe and to have the feel of how of entering mooting, arbitration or debate and whatsoever lah. So first year tu you dah tahu mooting macam ni. So maybe you can start by entering IMCC. Macam mana? You want to get the environment itself. And then the second year you develop year by year. So from there actually dia akan membantu you, sangat membantu you insyaAllah dalam you punya pembelajaran and also in your future career. So macam sekarang macam I buat memang banyak I buat on corporate drafting, corporate commercial and conveyancing lah. And then I'll be meeting a lot of clients, corporate clients, company and whatsoever. So and then I banyak touch on companies law and banyak benda lah. So okay, even so okay, during my practice, I mean yang I kerja sekarang mungkin lah tak menyentuh sangat pasal international law, tapi the skill itself it does help me, and I'm sure that definitely in long term it will help you, my junior, to excel. Actually benda ni bukan sekadar you macam you nak excel in your study, but it is actually it will help yourself, your own self. I mean how you want to build your confidence, self-confidence in yourself, and then how bila you enter this mooting competition, arbitration and whatnot, macam mana you want to deal with people, with outside people, with the strangers yang you tak pernah tahu pun, you tak pernah kenal dia siapa and dia macam mana the background and whatsoever. So benda-benda ni dia akan develop you day by day. So benda tu dia akan nurture your, I mean dia akan membantu you whenever you nak kerja nanti, macam mana you nak deal with people and macam mana you want to advise your client, and then kalau you involved in corporate world or tak kisahlah litigation ke, practicing lawyers ke, lecturers, legal exec, and whatsoever, and even so macam I now sekarang I'm doing as a part time of interior stylist. So cara kita tu bila kita deal with the client, so kita tahu macam mana kita nak cakap dengan our client and whatsoever. So benda tu sangat membantu you in your future career, macam mana you nak deal dengan people, macam mana you nak advise your client, be it in legal or non-legal. So benda tu sangat membantu you. Maybe you memang tak nampak sekarang because you would think, okay, bila I join mooting apa yang I dapat. Macam memang benda tu kadang-kadang kita tak nampak untuk jangka masa yang pendek. Tapi untuk jangka masa yang panjang, benda tu sangat membantu you as a law student, untuk you ke hadapan, untuk you develop, actually to develop yourself as a law student, as a USIM law student, and also as a Muslim from USIM, that you can show that you are valuable to the industry. So basically orang akan orang tak akan tanya, okay, you masuk mooting ke apa ke, tapi from entering mooting you can actually build up yourself. So orang tahu, oh, okay, dia ni she can do works, she can do drafting, she can do this and this and this. So sebenarnya mooting tu bukan sahaja membantu you dalam masa jangka yang pendek lah, betul. Kadang-kadang you memang tak nampak the effect, tapi you akan nampak effect tu kemudian, because you can see my colleagues, for example, my friend Aini, and then my senior Bang Farid, Camelia, Sarah, they are excelling in their own future, their own career. So yang I kenal diorang ni memang mooters, researchers. So benda tu memang membantu you. Walaupun bukanlah 100%, I would never say that okay, mooting ni will help you 100%, because ada je macam orang lain yang tak join mooting, okay, they accept in their own ways. Tapi mooting ni dia antara salah satu benda dan faktor yang yang boleh membantu you untuk you actually excel in your future career and actually in your life lah basically. Benda tu sangat membantulah apa yang I boleh sharekan ni. Sebab okay, contoh macam I kerja in corporate sector, kita okay, macam I deal with a lot of corporate transaction, such as macam banking transaction. Kita nak draft corporate punya agreement apa semua tu. So by entering meeting tu, dia slowly dia akan ajar you slowly benda tu. Mungkin you tak akan dapat on that time, tapi in the long run you will get the benefit of that. So I mean, ask yourself, okay, where do you put yourself in the next 5 or 10 years? You nak macam mana? You nak okay, you want to practice, you dah target your aim macam mana. Kalau if you don't want to practice, okay, macam mana apa semua. So it will help in both industry. So I mean, kalau you nak jadi practicing lawyer, okay, macam mana. But in kalau you tak nak jadi lawyer pun, so benda tu dia memang sangat membantulah. So benda tu memang yalah, you can see your mood master Abang Farid now jadi being appointed as one of the judges in Jasab judges in US regional. So benda tu sebab I memang look up for him lah. First time I jumpa Abang Farid ni, okay, macam so from there macam I get my motivation to enter mooting. One of that because of him. So dia yang ajak I masuk IHL and whatsoever and mooting competition lah. So from there memang from the beginning it's I'm learning in hard way lah. Kena bila masuk tu, yalah, I mean kita we are in a learning process until now. So benda tu memang banyak membantulah.
Jangan cerita benda-benda buruk ya. Iman ketuk je lagi.
So itulah, I mean you guys, korang kena banyak belajar daripada your mood master Abang Farid ni. Sebab dia punya ilmu and then cara dia mengajar you memang, I mean, rugilah kalau you tak grab all the knowledge from him. He's a very good, I would say that.
Alright, thank you to all of the speakers for the helpful sharing. May all of us take note and will be more interested to join mood competition ever since the first year. So as it will help us a lot in the future, especially for those who want practice in the lawyer. All right, I think that's all for today. A massive thank you to our distinguished speakers for the inspiring and a great talk. We as audience and students of ISIM find this sharing very helpful in relating to the mooting. Ladies and gentlemen, lastly, as there's a saying that everything that begins has to end, sadly to say our event has finally come to an end. On behalf of the organizing committee of Mooting Club, we would like to extend our warm gratitude to Dr. Farid bin Mohd Hassan and also to our distinguished speakers. Therefore, I would like to convey my deepest apology and regret for any mistakes throughout my duty as the MC. We hope that you have gained as much knowledge as possible. Thank you for attending and have a good day ahead. Assalamualaikum.
Enjoy your holidays. Take care.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you so much for the opportunity, guys.
Waalaikumsalam.
Sorry, doctor.
Ah?
Congratulations, doctor.
Amisha,
thank you. Ni ada soalan dekat chat tu. Ada soalan ni kan?
Has anyone entertained his question?
Alamak, tu.
Okay.
Siapa?
Okay.
I think the question for Amir Shazwan kan, dia trauma sebab dia lost in competition and then opposition laugh kan.
Trauma. I pernah masa I
tak nak kata normal, tapi my friend ada first time join debate and then dia memang kena geri lah. Kadang-kadang ni just try nak mock je kan, tapi kita ni tak pernah terima benda-benda macam tu, so kita memang akan rasa down macam dia kata kat kita. Tak tahulah, saya selalu pegang pada satu ni je lah, practice make perfect. Kalau you nak, you kena cuba sampai you dapat. Macam mana? Kami cuba beritahu, sebab dia trauma dia kata.
I pernah masa one of the competition, the real competition ni JASUP competition tau. I remember that time I was go against UIA punya team and I was in JASUP punya team. I sebagai senior counsel, I have my own junior counsel. And masa tu the judges pose so many questions. Dia macam drill habis lah. Sampai I menangis in front of the judges. That was so macam sangat malu lah moment tu. Because previously I thought that I have macam equipped enough lah, dah practice. But then dekat real competition, we never know, we never expect what will happen. And that time juga macam nervous tu. Itu masa first time I jadi muter untuk JASUP. But previously I researcher. Lepas tu when I was first time sebagai muter, I thought I can did my best lah. Tapi I menangis. I tak menangis lah, I macam sangat terkejut dengan soalan soalan yang dibagi lah. And then I cried. Tapi I nak cakap kenapa I teruskan juga. I still join. Masa tu lah Kak Ain pujuk apa semua kan. Ada Kak Ain sebagai one of the senior masa tu. Kenapa I join juga sebab people will forget lah. People will never remember us. Diorang tak pernah ingat pun yang diorang pernah intimidate us ke. Kita yang ingat orang yang akan teruskan pandang rendah kat kita. But we need to prove to them that we are more than that lah. We are empower. The previous experience tu memang biasa. First time experience teruk macam mana pun tu biasa. Tapi ingat yang orang takkan pernah ingat kita. So we need to empower ourselves lah. Dengan trauma, tak apa kot kat sini sebab I masih di competition. Ada semua mana speaker nak cakap?
Sekejap. Trauma.
Buka muzik tu. Hakim, off music kejap. Siapa tu? No, I believe that akan ada in any competitions in any real life pun you akan rasa macam bukan you been mocked, but you will get the intimidation. People will sometimes dia tak laugh at you pun, but with facial expression sometimes, right? Dia jeling muka ke, right? So you will get intimidated. Sometimes dia orang tak buat benda tu intentionally, but sometimes itu memang nature dia, right? Lepas tu kebetulan dia terpandang you and then you rasa dia buat tu dekat you, so you get insult, right? So based on my experience, you have to remember, the harder people push you down, the higher that you will bounce back. Dia macam bola. Lagi you hentak kuat dekat lantai tu, lagi tinggi dia akan melantun. You have to remember that, right? Take that, experience, whatever the orang intimidate you ke, orang say bad things about you ke, you have to remember, take it positively. Kalau you take it negatively, dia macam bola. Kalau orang hentak you ke bawah, kalau you rasa benda tu mengecewakan you, you rasa macam you get intimidated, you traumatized and what, right? So kalau you rasa benda tu sebagai negatif, bola tu akan pecah. So bila bola tu akan pecah, habislah riwayat hidup you. But if you take it positively, bila the minute je orang hentak you ke bawah, then bounce back even higher than orang yang hentak you tu, right? Sometimes kalau you main bola keranjang, right, you hentak sikit je, but kalau bola tu melantun balik tu, dia akan melantun lagi tinggi daripada orang yang menghentak bola tu. So you have to remember, take it positively. Whatever people say bad things about you, take it positively and jangan balas balik. Jangan ada dalam hati you macam, oh, I have to take revenge. Alright, so I akan kenakan dia balik. No, right? But show to these people yang what they did was wrong and show them, the right thing, right? And make sure one day bila you dah berjaya, you dah prove that they were wrong, bagi tahu and to say, they will understand that you should he or she should be grateful, right? So orang yang kena benda tu, dia akan berterima kasih kepada orang yang cakap benda-benda negatif tu dekat dia sebenarnya, because if it is not because of him or her yang cakap benda buruk tu dekat dia, then dia tak akan bounce back even higher, right? So I always do that. So I takkan ambil benda-benda negatif masuk dalam badan I, because life is already difficult, so do not make it double, right? So enjoy your life, tolak ke tepi. Hati you ni dia kena macam daun keladi, genjislah air satu baldi pun dia takkan melekat, dia takkan absorb dalam daun tu. Kalau you jadi sponge, habislah you akan tenggelam ke bawah, right? So I always share and share and remind my friends, especially my juniors. So jangan jadi sponge, right? You boleh jadi sponge kalau benda tu benda baik. Kalau benda tak elok, you jadi daun keladi. Cuahlah macam mana pun, dia akan turun pergi macam tu je, right? Kan dah kena jadi Fadilah Kamsah sekejap.
Baik, Doktor.
Baik, Doktor.
Tapi I rasa betul lah, dalam competition kan, dia akan ada, you tak boleh expect you menang sebab kita pun bukan hebat sangat pun kan, kita baru nak start balik. So dalam competition, normal, you kena marah, macam you kalah, you move, ada masa you menang. Tapi I always believe that when you fall, you just get back. Fall, just get back. Kalau you jatuh, kena bangun, and then one day you akan tahu, you don't stop, dan masa itulah you tahu. Disebabkan you tak stop lah, you pursue your dream, you dah ada kat tempat you sekarang. I selalu rasa macam tu. Sebab I masa first year, I dapat Low Asia as a muter. Tapi I quit sebab I ada masalah keluarga. Kena I tak putus asa, I masuk lagi MCC. Dan I masuk lagi MCC, sampailah my 4th year, I dapat masuk IHL. So I nak benda tu, so I buat lah. Kena marah. You tahu, Dr. Farid tanya soalan, rasa terbakar otak. Masa audition, I rasa, aduh, banyaklah soalan dia ni. Kita rasa dah panas hati pula. Dah lah dia, mak kita dia tanya, you tak ada authority lain ke nak bagi? Tak malu masa tu. Tapi, I rasa macam, tak apalah. So, I nak benda ni, so I kena hadap lah. Dr. Farid kadang-kadang bagi komen, sakit juga hati kita. Tapi tak apalah. Moving forward je lah.
I beritahu kawan kan?
Sakit hati lah. So you sakit hati lah dengan I, Sarah.
Aduh, dia rasa, you tak ada. Macam mana I ingat lagi ayat tu dalam petang masa tu. Tapi itulah, jangan give up lah. Macam kalau senior you semua give up, diorang tak akan dapat pergi competition luar. Just diorang tak give up. Diorang just ambil benda tu, improve yang terbaik and then move forward.
Okay, I nampak sini yang chat tu, they mention that if you are good in debating, doesn't mean you will be good in mooting as well. Okay, debate and mooting is two different things. So you cannot compare those competition in a similar nature, because debate has their own style, mooting has their own style. Macam I because I joined debate. I joined debate first, And then after I join debate, I join mooting. And in fact memang yes, it's two different things. And then untuk adapt in a mooting punya style tu and environment is quite hard for me lah. Because okay, kalau debate kita argue. But mooting ni kita nak address the judges and then to make judges understand with our case. And then that's two different things lah. And another thing is about being trauma. Okay, in mooting competition, it has its own story. Macam dalam IHL, JESEP, Law Asia and others mooting competition, dia ada dia punya cerita lah masing-masing. Macam saya join this mooting competition, those mooting competition, tak dinafikan ada kisah upside down, being even so masa training pun being scolded. Macam mana kita yalah, benda tu actually okay, memang ada satu masa kita rasa nak quit, kita rasa nak give up, because we are normal people. Kita tak lari daripada benda tu semua. Tapi don't take a longer time to heal yourself. So whenever you get criticism, be in a good or bad criticism, just to tell yourself, well, that's only words. That's only words. Yes, indeed, it will hurt you, and maybe it will you will become traumatized by those kind of comments, by those kind of critics, by the judges, or by your friends, or even so from the opposition team who laugh at you. But remember that benda tu akan, let's bygone be bygone, and then improve yourself. Sebab benda tu actually dia mengajar you to become a better person, to become a good researcher, a good mooter in future. And then tell yourself, well, itu hanyalah sementara sahaja. Perasaan itu hanyalah sementara sahaja. So benda tu slowly, timely, you akan forget lah those things, and then you will become a better person in future. So macam based on my experience that I would love to share with all my juniors. Masa I mooting dulu, pernah ada satu ketika during the real mooting competition, being questioned by the judges, and then time tu I blur. Betul. I blur, I tak tahu nak jawab macam mana. Sebab time tu memang definitely memang it is stressful punya kind of mooting competition, being questioned by the judges that I can't answer the question, tapi I try. So the point is here is that okay, when even though you are in a desperate situation that you tak tahu macam mana nak address judge, macam mana nak answer the question, but you have to try your level best to answer the question, even though you tahu okay, benda tu mungkin salah ke, mungkin you tak tahu, tapi you at least you try. And then memang after the session tu memang menangis lah. I mean that is normal. That is the upside down. So macam dalam hidup lah. Dalam hidup ni kita apply lah in our life lah. Dalam hidup ni tak semua benda yang kita expect yang kita dapat. That's number one. And then number two is tak semua benda manis sahaja. You will face a real challenge outside there. And then this mooting competition is actually for me is one of the training for you on how you want to handle yourself actually whenever you encounter problems, and then macam mana you want to deal with that kind of problems. So in mooting competition, the problem is that yang you akan hadapi ialah being questioned by the judges. Kadang-kadang soalan tu you memang tak expect langsung. Memang definitely it is unexpectable question posted by the judges. So by entering mooting competition is actually helping you in your life, because in your life you will also you will also face unexpected situation. For example, you will be dealt with your clients or the real judges or whatsoever benda tu. So benda tu sedikit sebanyak dia akan membantu you how you encounter your problems, your situation, the hardest situation in your life. So well, it's okay for you to be being traumatized. Well, you're a human being. Tapi macam Dr. Farid cakap, bila orang tekan you, komen benda yang buruk-buruk pasal you, take it positively. Yes, take it positively and bounce back. And then it's not a matter to show them that okay, aku dah okay, but it's actually it's a achievement for yourself actually. Okay, aku tak kisah orang nak cakap apa pasal aku. Okay, I will take positively. If a good things, okay, you take it. If a toxic or negative things, you left it behind and then you move forward. So that's the only thing that you can develop yourself, and then to make you a better person, a better law student, a better person lah. I would say that.
Alright.
Amy ada nak share?
Tak, saya cuma nak cakap masa study ni lah you kejar semua those experience, buat je banyak salah, do a lot of mistakes sebab masa kat kerja korang tak boleh dah buat salah.
Agree. Right, I ada satu benda nak share lagi pasal apa tu negative comment. So I still remember very vividly during my first year or second year when I participated in JASAP or IHL. So one of the judges dia bagi tahu I that I didn't belong to the courtroom because I cannot answer the questions. Of course masa tu three judges attack you macam-macam. So you tak sempat jawab lagi, dia kena lanjut lagi. Tak sempat lagi, kena lanjut lagi. So of course lah you akan rasa tu. So sometimes you tak boleh jawab. So I still remember very vividly that that judge told me that I didn't belong to the courtroom. So macam I cakap, take it positively, bounce back, right? So I masuk lagi, I improve lagi, right? And even lepas tu I dapat Gopal Sriram, right, jadi judge masa tu. Then I sampai lah semi-final sikit. So masa tu dia pun jadi judge juga in the next competition, alright. So bila dia tengok I masuk sampai semi-final masa tu dengan Gopal juga, then dia masa tu semi-final dia tengok competitions tu. Lepas tu dia bagi tahu I kalau I jadi you, I pun tak boleh jawab satu. Yang Gopal tanya I tu. So what does it mean? It means that you dengan I lagi bagus lah. Because I boleh jawab soalan Gopal Sriram. You cakap ke I, kalau dia jadi I, dia tak boleh jawab soalan tu. What does it mean? It means that I'm better than you. Right? So take it positively. So I nak beritahu because of mooting tu betul. All your seniors beritahu mooting akan improve yourself. So if it is not because of mooting, I wouldn't be able to submit before the conference of rulers before. So I believe that some of you know about this. I've been summoned by the conference of rulers, especially by His Majesty the King of Malaysia, to give some advice on international law issues, especially on whether or not Malaysia should accede to an international treaty. So I and other professors, Professor Rahmat, Professor Shamrahayu, and other colleagues, so we went to the palace and give our views, right? And then we won it, right? Alhamdulillah. So if it is also not because of mooting, and also if it is not because of those negative comments yang I took it positively, I wouldn't be able to be invited to judge US just Moot competition, right?
Hebatmu.
No, I bukan nak cerita pasal diri I, but because of that, alright. So you sepatutnya you jumpa dia bukannya you kata aku tak suka komen kau. No, I should have thanked them because of your negative comments lah yang akan sedarkan diri you. Sometimes in real life you need a big slap on your face so that you could wake up. Sometimes dia macam anak lah, dia macam budak. Sometimes budak ni kita bagi tahu sekali dia dengar. Setengah budak dia tak dengar, you kena cubit dia. Or you kena pang, barulah dia dengar cakap. Itulah real life-nya, alright? So sometimes, so ambil benda-benda yang negative comments ke apa ke, orang laugh at you ke apa ke, bounce back, right? Jangan terkesan dengan all this negativity, because you know, kalau you terkesan nanti you akan tenggelam, jadilah shipwreck, alright? So you always kena terapung jadi spaceship, always di kayangan, not jadi shipwreck di dasar lautan. I always believe in that.
Agree, Doctor. I agree. I second you.
Second pun belanja lah makan.
After this ya. Lepas ni ada minum-minum ke? Oh, minum sendiri. Oh, tak ada tak ada ambil jamuan semua tak ada
Ambillah kat belakang tu. Ambil. You kat rumah kan, kat dapur ya ada.
Terima kasih semua sudi hadir, terutama kepada speaker dan juga Dr. Farid. Yang saya dapat tahu Dr. Farid pun sekarang ni sibuk handle mooting student for year, and all the audience. Saya rasa antara audience ni ada yang ada kelas ganti kejap lagi kan. Okay, so terima kasihlah. Kami di pihak organizer minta maaf atas segala kekhilafan, dan harap semua yang hadir dalam Moot Refreshment yang kali ketiga ini dapat mengambil manfaat daripada program kita hari ini.
Alright, see you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks Aini, Iman, Kemi, Sarah, Ai.
Selamat Hari tadi.
Alright.
Congratulations.
Nanti kita reunion. Bye.
Dr. Farid, my husband, kirim salam.
Salah. Cakap dia sorry, I tak perasan dia dekat Facebook.
Poyo lah doktor.
Okay, Doktor.
Alright, bye.
Bye, Assalamualaikum.
Thank you semua. Bye.
Bye.